Good afternoon, gentle viewers. Welcome to another edition of Uncle Bobby's Cybertronian Corner, where we have 7 bots because we have gotten in Prowl and Sideswipe. From the it's from an obscure series anyway. But we're not going to talk about Prowl or Sideswipe because we have 7 bots. So 7 bots means my choice. Because I don't have a 7-sided die. I don't have a 14-sided die. So, we're going to talk about Sea Spray. That's right. I said Sea Spray. Sea Spray. Yeah, that dude. Or however he did it. He was the same guy that did Merman and He-Man. It was all like, hello, Skeletor. You know, or some shit like that. Which is what I'm thinking he pretty much did. He just sat there and went like this while he was talking. That's what I imagine he did. I don't know. All I know is Sea Spray got a really unique voice. So, Sea Spray is quite simple, actually. He came with very little. He came with himself. I gave him the Energon Goblet. He came with the box, side of the box, back of the box, top of the box, bottom of the box. I can't show you inside the box. And this was in the box. So much for the box. Also inside the box was this card, because he is from the Titan Return line. And that's what he came with. So, Sea Spray. He was made in 1994, not 3, 4. He was made in Japan for their micro change line. He loved the ocean. He loved his job. He loved everything about Cybertron. When he was on Cybertron, he patrolled the Energon lakes and streams, and he was there. He was Coast Guard, which is an honorable profession. Speaking of honorable professions, 2 honorable professions. 1, Joshy, love you. Hope you're doing well. Go Marines. 2, and I already asked, Knox Bridge Dental Care in Canton on Riverstone Parkway. They'll work with you. They pulled 2 teeth yesterday, and I'm talking okay, and it's just a little sore. So, shout out to Knoxbridge Dental. Shout out to the Marine Corps, my nephews, my nieces. Love you all. Please like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Drop me a comment if you'd like. Alright, back to Sea Spray. When he came to Earth with Optimus, he found that Earth was more water, more things to swim on because he's a hovercraft. So, and the coastlines were bigger and everything else, and he was just happy. He's a happy-go-lucky transformer. And one day there was a satellite went off with a distress signal, and Perceptor picked it up. So Cosmo, Sea Spray, Perceptor, I'm almost positive it was just those three, wound up going to Talicon, not sure how you want to pronounce it. But when they got there, they found out that it was a Decepticon SOS, not just, an Autobot or an SOS. So immediately they decided to help the rebels. I mean, we're not going to help the Decepticons, that's for sure. So they immediately started helping the rebels. And then more Decepticons showed up. And then the Talicons, whatever they were called, one of them, Alana, fell in love with Sea Spray. Sea Spray fell in love with her. And they have this pool, this magical pool that they dive into, and it dissolves your body, but it keeps your soul and your essence. And then if you need to become an aquatic mermaid type, then it allows that. Whatever you need to become, it allows. Well, Sea Spray went to go in, and she's like, no, don't do that, because droids go in there and they die. And then we got to go in there and fish it out and throw it out anyway. Because we can't have the pool getting collected up. And he's just like, I gotta know. Yeah, I may be metal on the outside, but I have a soul. I know I do. And he dove in the pool, and she's all like crying, and he's like, you love me? Really? And he came out looking like one of them, but with his feet. So, picture a person with those feet. That's just funny. And they eventually, and the rest of the Talicons went and did it, and then Alana went and reprogrammed the main computer that the Decepticons had, and now anytime Decepticons come, they just get blasted by like thousands and thousands of droids. So they were just like, you know what, fuck it, we're done. I can be more free with my speech, I noticed, since I took that whole for kids thing off. So I didn't know that was prohibiting comics, and I'm sorry about that. But and then there was another one where on a survey, it was Sea Spray and Power Glide, Perceptor, and Warpath. And they found a pool of this golden liquid. When he dipped his hand to it, he called it some different metal, and it's impervious to laser blast and explosive. And stuff can still hit you and knock you down or knock you back, but there's no damage. So you still get up. And Electrum, that's what it was called. And it was in a virtual paradise, but with the Decepticons finding it and a whole bunch of blasts, pew, 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 all the trees and foliage and all the nature that was there, well, then it ain't there no more. So, and he's had decent comic book exposure. Not really so much in the video games. He did have a public service announcement, though, telling children and everyone, if you're going to be in the water on a boat, wear your life vest. Because if not, you could drown, die. That's no bueno. Or that's no bueno. Let me see. Oh, in the Japanese comic book, him and Alana get back together. He actually goes back up to the planet, and they spend half the time as robots. They spend half the time as people. He actually got the whole feet thing figured out. He's had a bunch of toys, not a lot, but a bunch. And this particular model, you can actually fit Titan Masters and stuff in. So. Other than that, that's Sea Spray in a nutshell. So why don't I call you on over? We'll talk about his articulation, his transformation, and then the final thoughts. So, come on over. Okay. Here he is with his Energon goblet and his gun. His gun fits in this slot, not in his hand. This side peg fits in the arm slot. Boom. He can shoot people with it. Or, well, he can shoot Decepticons with it. Or you can leave it there and give him a beer belly. Your choice. The head, I don't think the head moves. And I don't really want to grab it with a pair of pliers. Okay, yeah. It'll move somewhat, a little bit. Like I said, if you open this part, you can put a Titan Master in there. Arms have a full rotation. These spin freely. I had to put like 4 coats of nail polish so they'd stay. And I put the nail polish on the tips of it, not on the whole thing, so I could get a free spin out of it. His legs, go out that far. There's no ankle tilt. Up that far, back that far, and there is an email, so he can go, yeah. And there is no waist rotation. And that is his articulation. For his transformation, you open up the back of his legs. You take his chest and push it up this way. And then you take this part off so you can pick this part up. That covers his face. Plug that Take the fists, bring them back. And they will snap into place. These pegs will fit into those sockets. Boom. And then you take the feet and you just collapse it all into itself until you're here. See what I mean about these? Do the same thing on the other side. Sometimes these accordion bots, that's what I like to call them. Sometimes they give you a hard time. But as long as you're patient, put that back on. And there he is in hovercraft mode. And the other way, you just unaccordion his legs and hips. The hips too. Fold the hips in first. That'll make the accordion a whole lot easier. And I forgot about that. Take the arms and this part and go bam, bam, lay this down. Now you can take this off and lay it flat, or just lay it like that. I'm just going to lay it like that. Bam, bam, bam. Give him this goblet. There he is. We'll put him back up with his fellow wreckers and give you our final thoughts. I love him, love him, love him. He is oh so awesome. I've got no issues with the transformation. He's actually kind of a little fun to transform. He has, I'm not going to say a long history, but he has a distinguished history. As the Autobots naval tactician, as a pretty cool bot. As far as Skeletor's crew went, Merman was actually one of my favorites, to be honest. So, all in all, I like the bot. I like the series. Earthrise, Titan Return, APC, Doctor Wu. I haven't had any issues with these series. Unfortunately, the Dinobots, we all know the problem with the Dinobots. Things that should have been pinned were not pinned. They were friction fit, and the knobs weren't even big enough. The knobs and divots weren't big enough, weren't deep enough for a friction fit. Those knobs and divots should have been longer and deeper for a friction fit. Or just say, okay, fine, we understand, pin, mushroom both ends, okay, now it can't come off. Good, it's not supposed to. So, that being said, I want to thank you for joining me. Sea Spray, thanks you for joining us. The Wreckers, and King Grimlock, of course, thank you for spending time with us. I hope that you have a wonderful day, an excellent weekend. And I'm going to babysit my nephew, Vinny. I'm going to spend some time with Vinny today. So, that all being said, love you now, yesterday, and tomorrow. Later.